Saudi Arabia's economy is currently facing tough times. Now, last month, civil servants had their wages frozen, benefits curtailed, and the knock-on effect is very clear, especially in jewellery and in luxury goods stores. Many of the merchants in this market in Riyadh say their businesses have lost around 25% in revenues over the past 2 years. Saudi Arabia's finances are under pressure because the price of its main export, oil, has fallen so sharply over the past 18 months. Here's how one jewellery salesman summed it up.
It's getting worse and worse. The market is very weak and is deteriorating. You look for tomorrow to be better, but it just keeps getting worse.
Well, for more on this, we're joined by Craig Copetas, our editor-at-large, who is in Paris. Craig, who'd have thought it? One of the richest countries in the world, and the economic environment there is really a little bit depressing. What is Saudi doing to reform its economy, diversify its economy, if you like?
Well, Crown Prince Salman has this grand plan to re-energize the Saudi economy, triggering it with the upcoming IPO of the state oil company, Saudi Aramco, or portions of that company, a company owned wholly and totally by the royal family. Now, this event in the diamond market is just today's most recent illustration of what happens in a country that produces nothing but oil, wakes up one morning and discovers that since 2014, oil prices have fallen more than 50%. It's a real problem, and the Saudis are going to have an even bigger problem climbing out of this hole.
OK, Craig, let's address that. What do you think is standing in the way of economic reform in Saudi Arabia?
Well, Saudi Arabia is a country of 29 million people. 66% of the population is under 30. How do you put these young people to work? Every study we've seen down there shows that they're having a problem doing this. And one of the reasons, this is the words not spoken or spoken very quietly, is to create a vibrant economy in the modern world. The economy has to be a secular economy. And Saudi Arabia is a theocracy. And they're going to have to open up a bit more to become a player. There are companies down there that I know from talking to consultants at various firms that the conservative religious elements just won't allow Prince Salman to create, such as in the media industry, the entertainment industry. Now, these are the types of industries that young people want to get into. And as Boston Consulting, one consulting firm, pointed out, that the Saudis don't have the dynamic, flexible skills that employers actually want, despite the country being highly educated. So Prince Salman here has a real problem with this balancing act, and everyone wishes him well.
Craig, just specifically then on Saudi Aramco, just picking up on this point, foreigners will be able to take a stake in Saudi Aramco. Presumably some in the country will not like that.
Well, yes, some aren't going. It depends on how they structure it. Let's make that clear up front. Some within Saudi aren't going to like it, and some overseas aren't going to like it. The moment you issue an IPO, you're attracting Western capital. That means that perhaps you're going to have shareholders who are going to vote, who are going to want to go to the country, who are going to want to have a role in what's done. And Saudi culture is just not designed for that type of travel, that type of interplay right now. So how Prince Salman fashions this going forward remains to be seen.
All right, Craig, thank you very much for the analysis from Paris.